What's going on, guys? Casey MOAB King here, and I'm bringing to you guys today a double UMP45 MOAB on the map Seatown, playing some 6v6 kill confirmed. And this isn't by me, this is by a good friend of mine, Matt Moses. He's a really beast, I'd say MW3 player, but he's fucking sick at every COD. So yeah, he hasn't got YouTube or nothing, but I play with him on Xbox a lot and asked me if I could upload one of his gameplays, and this is one of them I chose. So yeah, double MOAB with the UMP, and he's just like the rush god, man. He fucking rushes everywhere, and he gets really quick MOABs, and he's a tank when he runs around. So what I wanted to talk about today is not the gameplay, even though it's impressive, but how to get faster MOABs, faster chem strikes, faster nuclears, faster nukes, all that sort of stuff when you're playing Call of Duty. The first little tip that I can give you is set yourself a goal. So if you're aiming to get a MOAB, I'm just going to say MOAB, and that goes for everything like chem, nuke, nuclear. But I'm just going to say MOAB because it's easier. If you're aiming to get a MOAB in, no, what's a fairly quick one? 3 minutes? 3-minute MOAB, if you're aiming to get that, and your average time to get one is, say, I don't know, 5, 6, maybe 7 minutes, then sort of set yourself the goal of the 3 minutes. And if you're like getting close, rush more than you're doing at the moment. And if you rush and you die on a 20, so what? It's only like a game. It's nothing. It shouldn't be taken seriously in the first place, the game. So that's why you shouldn't like really care if you rush and die or not. Obviously, it's a bit upsetting like if you've put a little bit of time into getting like a 20 gun streak and then you go and die close to like the reward that you get at the end of it. But so what? It doesn't really matter. And eventually, you'll cut out the camping altogether in the not camping, but eventually you're cutting all the messing around out with the streak that you're on. So eventually you'll just end up rushing everywhere. And the next tip I can give you is to sound whore. I know people say it's newbie, but it's really not. The perks are in the game for a reason. Dead silence is still sound whoring, but it just makes your footsteps quieter. Whereas a perk like sit rep makes your enemy's footsteps a lot louder. I think it's by 3 times, and your footsteps quieter by 3 times. So that's just like immense. And sit rep and dead silence compared when you're on specialist bonus is just ridiculous. And another tip I can give you, like sort of small one, but it still helps by getting fast MOABs. Learn the spawns, because if you're playing domination, they're going to spawn at the flags that they have, unless like you push the spawns. But if you're playing TDM, kill confirmed, obviously like things like demolition are fixed spawns and blitz. But if you're playing kill confirmed and team deathmatch, 9 times out of 10 the enemies are going to spawn. If you look at your minimap, press start. If you're like in a little bit of a place where there's no enemies, press start or whatever it is on PS3, I'm not sure, and have a look at the big minimap when it comes up. And wherever your wherever your teammates aren't on the map, like wherever there's free spaces, that's where your enemies are going to be spawning. 9 times out of 10 that's going to happen, unless it's like a dodgy map with dodgy spawns. But pretty much all of the time is your enemies are going to spawn where your teammates aren't, or where you aren't. But you can have one person in the spawn in 6v6 without it flipping. So say if I was all my teammates were in one side of the map and the enemies were spawning on the other side, and I was on the other side with the enemies, they would still spawn there because it's one person. But if another person pushes in there, they'll flip over to another point of the map. And if every one of your teammates like dotted around the map perfectly, so like it's really even where you are, the enemies are just going to spawn behind you. So try not to do that. Try and hold down one side of the map, mostly, or the middle, so they'll spawn around you, and then you can just like go running around. Because if you don't know the spawns, then you're going to be sitting in like an empty place of the map with loads of teammates trying to find kills, and you'll probably end up with like 20 kills in a game, and that's obviously not that good. And probably the last tip I can give you is use a gun that you're comfortable with. If you're going for like a MOAB challenge, and I know I do quite a lot, but if you're going for a MOAB challenge with something like a shotgun, your MOAB probably going to be a bit slower, because I notice my shotgun MOABs, stuff like that, LMG MOABs, they're a lot slower than SMG. Well, my fastest are obviously SMGs, because you can rush the most with that and get kills the quickest and just tear everyone down with fucking rapid fire. But I'd say my fastest is SMGs and assault rifles, and then shotguns, then LMGs, then don't use snipers, so I can't really comment on that. But yeah, use a gun you're comfortable with. MW3, I like to use the PP90M1 and the UMP. They're my 2 favourite SMGs. The MP7's okay, but I can't use it without rapid fire. It feels so weak to me if I'm using it with silencer extended mags. And I know that in 6v6 you're not really going to realistically run into more people, or enough people to be using the extended mags. so there's no need to use it in 6v6. And ground war, even so, if you've got sleight of hand on, you can just keep reloading, so it's not like a big problem. And the very last tip I suppose I can give you is use a like a rush heavy class with extreme conditioning, sleight of hand, that sort of stuff, so you can just be running around the map all the time and always be like able to run to the enemy spawn if they do flip spawns. But that's about it really. That's how to get faster MOABs. My average MOAB time I'd say is around 2-3 minutes, so it is quick, but that's with practice and a lot of like learning spawns and stuff like that. So if you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.